I know this next video is going to make me aggravated. I just know it. I just know it. Look who's making the rounds with the dude who's going door to door rounding up migrants, except not.
This is a broad question, but we can narrow it down. Is it possible that we suffer because we have non-problem solvers assigned to solving problems?
Yeah, he would be one of them. But secondly, what the fuck do you think putting somebody from the real world in charge of the FAA is?
Yeah. We have people that are tasked with solving economic problems, health problems.
Yes, I would argue that that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has been tasked with solving health problems and ain't gonna.
Whatever. Whose real objective is not to solve the problem at all, but to proliferate the problem because they think if I solve this problem, I'm out of a job.
Oh. Really? That's where you're going. Everything is now the old, like, the big three could have given us a spark plug that lasts forever, but they didn't want to because they sell so many spark plugs until somebody did, and then they were like, well, fuck, we're out of this. Never mind. What's better for a pharmaceutical company? There's a new disease that comes out, and you could come up with you sell a bunch of drugs. You sell a bunch of drugs that are for shit that nobody's going to find a cure for any time soon. This is just a fact. And a disease comes along that you could create a vaccine for. Wouldn't it make sense to cure the disease that's right in front of you so that people trust you with your treatments? If you're only in the treatment and you're never in the cure business, how does that benefit you financially? Well, if you're the only game in town, if there was only one fucking company that was, there was only Pfizer and that was it, maybe you could get away with it. Maybe. But if there's Pfizer and Moderna and AstraZeneca and then all the government health systems that exist in the world who want to cure these things to save themselves money, and you're competing against all of them, then you wouldn't want to be left behind in like, well, we came up with a treatment for everything else everyone else is curing. Great, thanks. You wasted all your fucking money and all your research and development working on a treatment for something that was curable. How does that make any fucking sense? How? And that's what he thinks. That's what he's talking about. He's taking that and then he's overlaying it on, if we could have solved traffic a long time ago. Maybe we don't want to. Maybe there's a super traffic light that they won't let us have. And so big red light and big green light and big yellow light got together. Shut the fuck up.
If I solve this problem, then...
What the fuck are you nodding at, dum-dum? Good God. Yeah, totally. It's the Illuminati is trying to keep us down. We'd had flying cars and jetpacks by now, except these stupid rules.
Government shrinks. If I solve this problem, then my importance, my budget, my empire building gets threatened. And so we have...
Or there'd be more for you. Maybe there's a success dividend. Maybe you get acolytes and funding after you leave office. You're like, I shrank the government and they never had to make it big again. So I ran the most efficient housing and urban development they've ever had. We solved homelessness. We fucking did it. And now I went and worked for a giant developer like BlackRock. They hired me just to like maximize profit, minimize outlay. Like, what are you talking about? The secondary outlay, especially in a position of government, after you leave would be everybody. You'd make more money just giving fucking speeches on how you did it, dummy.
People in charge of solving problems who really are not motivated to solve the problem.
Yeah. So I think there's three layers of that. First of all, 100% agree. So
which is, by the way, a trick that Cenk does with people that he's talking to, and I don't even know what the fuck, why. No, not 100% agree. You do not. Stop lying. You don't 100% agree. And if there's 3 layers of it, what you mean is, I don't agree with all of it, and here's the parts that I do, bifurcated or trifurcated out.
Number one, I started a group called Wolfpack to get money out of politics back in 2011. Wolf.
And how much did you raise? A lot of money? You raised a couple $1 million, did you?
Pack.com. And
it was free, and you did everybody worked for free. You just had volunteers. Everybody who worked at Wolfpack didn't take any PAC money, and so you didn't qualify as a PAC because you didn't take any money in. Is that what happened?
So now, what I told those guys is, this has to be temporary. Because if we make it our profession to get money out of politics, then our livelihood depends on us never solving that problem, right? And there I just described the problem with so many nonprofits.
Well, again, I don't know how you make a living of any sort off of a PAC where nobody's supposed to make any money. Why didn't you just crowdsource from the Young Turks audience, and instead of raising money for candidates and trying to, beat them at their own game, why don't you make it a free endeavor of volunteers, and it only works until people don't want to volunteer anymore because they don't think it's effective, or you solve the problem. But you don't raise money and sit on a part of it, dummy.
And, cause-related issues, both left and right. If you solve the problem, then you don't need the group. And so and again, none of this is a conspiracy. They never write it in a memo.
Okay, asshole. For the record, then the argument would be, never be against a blue ribbon committee of rich people. Because they're the only people who don't need the money. That if Mark Cuban's trying to deal with healthcare because of his program that he's been working on, or Jeff Bezos with the Amazon healthcare program, and they come up with a way to make it cost effective and they're going to solve it for everybody else, then let them. Don't ever bitch about it, I guess. Right? They don't need the money. So they're not doing it just to stay afloat. It sounds like they're really trying to do it. And if you're only doing it because you can make a living doing it, maybe you weren't for it in the first place.
It's just a groupthink of like, oh, yeah, well, we should do this naturally, right? And that thing never solves.
What?
I was talking to a leader of another left-wing group now about a decade ago, and he says, you guys, Wolfpack guys, you're radical populists and stuff, and you want to upturn the whole system. You don't know anything. I've been working on getting money out of politics for the last 40 years. And I said, how's that going for you? And the answer is, it was going pretty well because he has a nice house in McLean, right? But it wasn't going well for the rest of us. So that's problem number one.
No. Okay. First of all, if that's what he was working on, that does not mean that the fucking organization or his effort was paying for his fucking house. No, that's not number one. Name and shame him or shut the fuck up.
Okay, but that's not the only problem. So
it's not even a real problem. An anecdotal dude that you assume only paid for his nice house through his activism, instead of it being parallel to whatever else work he does, if he's a lawyer or something like that, or he's got the ability to work on it in his free time and he does pro bono work. God knows, like, he's not even saying it. He does, maybe he does all of his stuff as a volunteer in that. Again, I call him out. Name and shame the motherfucker or shut up.
When we go to elect people, and this one's a hard one to solve, what is the skill set you need to get elected? You need to be charismatic, dynamic, really be able to carry a message in whichever way that you do, in a way that...
No. Biden wouldn't qualify. Bush 2 wouldn't qualify. Bush 1 wouldn't fucking qualify. Jimmy Carter wouldn't fucking qualify. Ford wouldn't qualify. None of these guys were like orators, dummy. What you're saying is you like how this system works because you think it favors the bullshitter, and you are one.
Resonates with people. Now, what's the skill set you need to govern? Wait a minute. That's a totally different skill set.
Yeah, but they're not mutually exclusive. And by the way, and the sales pitch on somebody who can move a crowd is that he can also motivate a smaller group of people who are there to work on his behalf or her behalf as part of an administration or in league with their fellow compatriots in the House and the Senate. If I can rouse you guys up and get you on board, I can certainly get these dickheads on board. This is dumb.
You need to be able to manage. You need to be efficient. You need to be inclusive rather than fighting for your own side.
I'm sorry. Have I died and gone to 1937?
Sometimes it's just apples and oranges, and sometimes the skill sets are diametrically opposed. If you're great at beating up the other side and winning an election, you might not be very good at governing.
I know, Murph. I agree. What's up, buddy? I know. Hold on. You coming in? Hey, Murph came in to see me. Hold on 1 second. Are you gonna run away now? What'd you do, buddy? Yeah, you okay? Hi. Yeah, come here. He's gonna run away. Can you grab him for me? Pass him off. Come here, buddy. You can't escape. Come here, you. I know. Hi, buddy. Oh, I know. You're a monster. But everybody wants to see you. If you come in and meow at me, they want to see you. I know. Hi, buddy. You're such a handsome man, though. Everybody look. You're such a handsome boy. Yeah, you are. I know. I know you just hate it. Yeah, I know you hate it. Until you ask me to. I know. Yeah? Well, what is it? Yeah? Tell me a story. You don't know? Aw. That's terrible. Tell them. Tell them what happened. All right, you don't want to? Okay, I'll let you down. There you go. Well, I know, buddy. Hi, the boy.
He doesn't run away.
I know he doesn't. He's just like, I went down. And then he just hangs out and like, unless you still feel like petting me a little bit.
He's
Come
just
here.
mouthy.
Yeah, you're just loud.
He's just mouthy.
That's Murphy, everybody. Yeah. Thanks, Murph. Yeah. Keep telling the story. Let's shut my door. Yeah, that's Murphy. Murphy, I gotta say, on a personal note, apparently I've been growing on Murphy. For the longest time, he's definitely Summer's cat. Right? Hold on 1 second. Let me pause this real quick. Hold on. He's definitely like he was raised to be Summer. Summer being, the sorceress that she is, said, I want a cuddly cat. And she wished Murphy into existence. And he will crawl up into her hair and start making biscuits like with his claws out on her. It's like it became irritating. Like she's like, get off me sometimes. And so I decided to make Murph a project. So I'm like, okay, he likes her pets and he likes my pets, but he likes hanging on her. So I will slowly, through my scratches and stuff, I will start to like lure him to my side. And now you can see, like, even when he comes in and he runs away, he doesn't run as far and he just kind of goes, oh, what's going on? And in bed at night, this is a little TMI, I apologize, Substack, you didn't sign up for this, but you're getting it. You're getting the blunt end of this. Murph will, he'll come up on the bed, he'll do like a little walk circle like a dog, turn around and flop next to my leg. So he pile drives me on the leg to like let me know he's there. And then the game is I pick him up, which he used to hate, and I drag him up here and I put him on my shoulder and he buries his head in my hair. And then I give him pets and scratches until he's fed up. And then he acts like, what are you doing? And then he gets up, and he used to run and jump completely off the bed and be all irritated and loud. Now he goes, I don't like this anymore. And he gets up and goes like 7 inches away. And he's like, oh, well, maybe. I don't know, maybe. And then he does the loop again. Now it's become a thing. So he does it like 4 times a night. So he does this circle over, flop over. I pick him up, pet him till he gets irritated. Then he gets up, does it around again, flop, pick him up, more pets, and he starts purring. And then he gets irritated, and then he does it again 4 fucking nights. It's 4 times a night. I mean, It's so funny, but it's really sweet. And now he like he never used to weave between my legs, like, but you know, do the whole like cat in between, you know, around your feet. Now he does it. It's super adorable, super great. So all right, where am I? Let's go. Is this head on here? And by the way, hi. Let's see. Is this that far behind on Substack? I'm gonna bring this thing up. Make sure I can see the chat in there. Or did it only last a little while? Did it stop? My live stream stopped on air. Oh no! Did it only last a little? Okay, there we go. All right. Hi. Say something in the chat room if you're watching on Substack, just so I know, because I reset the image so I could see if it was still running. I'll send myself some love because that's cool. All right. Now we don't hear Cenk's bullshit with Dr. Phil, but I just wanted to show you that in terms of this is the sales point.